In this video, I'm going to show you the best 32-inch monitor you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $300 range. First, we have the HP Omen 32Q. This monitor packs a beautiful 31.5-inch quad high definition in-plane switching or IPS panel that delivers great colors and a speedy 165 Hz refresh rate, making games look both vibrant and incredibly smooth. I found the stand to be a bit basic with only tilt adjustment, but the screen itself gets impressively bright and even has display high dynamic range 400 certification, which is a nice bonus for the price. Compared to the others, this is your choice for the best possible color accuracy and viewing angles straight out of the box, even if its black levels are not as deep as the two vertical alignment panels we will look at next. Next, we have the LG 32GN650B. This one also gives you a big 31.5-inch quad high definition screen with a fast 165 Hz refresh rate, but it uses a vertical alignment panel which provided much deeper, inkier blacks and dark scenes than what I saw on the HP Omen. The biggest win for me here was the stand, which offers height, pivot, and tilt adjustments, making it far more ergonomic and comfortable to use than either the HP or the Samsung. While its colors are still very good for gaming, they do not pop quite as much as the HP's IPS display, and the viewing angles are a bit more restrictive if you move off-center. Finally, we have the Samsung Odyssey G5 C32 G55T. The defining feature here is the aggressive 1000R curve, which is much more pronounced than other curved monitors and really fills your peripheral vision for a super immersive gaming experience. It's another vertical alignment panel, so you get that great contrast for dark games. However, its refresh rate is slightly lower at 144 Hz compared to the 165 Hz on the HP and LG models. You're essentially trading a bit of speed and a completely non-adjustable stand, which only offers a bit of tilt, for a level of immersion that the flat screen competition here simply cannot replicate. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $300 to $500 range. First, we have the Inoken 32M2V, and its Mini-LED backlighting with over 1,000 dimming zones delivers some of the best high dynamic range contrast I have seen in this price bracket, blowing past the others. Gaming feels incredibly fluid thanks to the 4K resolution at 144 Hz. But I did notice some backlight blooming around my cursor on a black screen, which can be a little distracting for desktop work. For pure visual spectacle, in movies and games, this is the top dog, though you are paying a premium for that cutting-edge display technology from a lesser-known brand. Next, we have the Acer Nitro FE322QK, which I think is the all-around champion for most people, giving you that super sharp 4K resolution and a fast 144 Hz refresh rate without the high price of the InnoCN. The in-plane switching panel offers great colors and viewing angles for everyday use, but its high dynamic range performance is very basic, and the contrast is just average, so you will not get those deep inky blacks in a dark room. It's a fantastic and reliable choice if you want a monitor that can handle fast-paced gaming and productivity equally well, even if it does not have any mind-blowing special features. Finally, we have the LG 32UN650W, and for anyone focused on productivity or media viewing on a budget, this is an easy recommendation with its crisp 4K in-plane switching panel and a surprisingly great ergonomic stand price. The big trade-off here is the 60 Hz refresh rate, which feels noticeably sluggish for gaming after using the 144 Hz Acer and InnoCN, making it a tough sell for anyone but the most casual of players. While its specifications mention high dynamic range, the effect is barely noticeable. So think of this as a stellar, large-screen 4K workhorse that saves you money by skipping the high-end gaming features. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $500 to $700 range. First, we have the Gigabyte M32U. This monitor is an amazing jack-of-all-trades, giving you a super sharp 4K resolution on a vibrant super speed IPS panel that runs at a buttery smooth 144 Hz, making it great for both work and play. I love that it has a built-in KVM switch and two HDMI 2.1 ports, perfect for hooking up a PC and a new console, but the USB-C power delivery is only 18 watts, which won't charge most performance laptops. While its response time is fantastic for an IPS display, the contrast is just okay, and the HDR performance is pretty basic, so you won't get those deep, inky blacks you might see on the Samsung. Next we have the Samsung Odyssey Neo G7S32 BG75. If you're all about gaming and movies, this is an absolute beast thanks to its Mini-LED backlight, which delivers stunning contrast deep blacks and incredibly bright HDR that blows the Gigabyte and Dell out of the water, all at a speedy 165 Hz. The very aggressive 1000R curve is something you have to experience. It's incredibly immersive for gaming, but I found it can make straight lines in spreadsheets or timelines look a bit bent, which is a big departure from the flat Dell. While its picture is phenomenal for media, the viewing angles on its vertical alignment panel are noticeably worse than the other two, and its built-in smart operating system can feel a little slow at times. Finally, we have the Dell U3223QE. This one is the undisputed king of productivity, using a special IPS black panel that provides a much better contrast ratio and deeper blacks than the Gigabyte, making text and images really pop on its 4K screen. Its biggest strength is that it's basically a full docking station, offering a single USB-C cable solution that provides 90 watts of power, an Ethernet jack, and a ton of other ports, which is far more useful for a work-from-home setup than the others. However, the huge trade-off here is the refresh rate is locked to just 60 Hz, which feels incredibly slow for any kind of fast-paced gaming when you put it next to the 144 Hz Gigabyte or 165 Hz Samsung. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $700 to $1,000 range. First, we have the Dell Alienware AW3225QF. This monitor pulls you right into the game with its subtle curve and the absolutely stunning colors from its 4K quantum dot OLED panel, making everything look incredibly vibrant and alive with perfect blacks. While that 240 Hz refresh rate is buttery smooth, the curved screen isn't for everyone. And like the Gigabyte, some people might notice a bit of color fringing around text due to the panel layout. For pure cinematic gaming immersion at this 32-inch size though, the picture quality is just breathtaking and a top contender. Next we have the Gigabyte Aorus FO32U2P. This monitor packs the same gorgeous 4K quantum dot OLED panel as the Alienware, but keeps it on a flat screen, which I find a bit better for mixing productivity with gaming. Its big trick is being one of the first with DisplayPort 2.1 for uncompressed 4K at 240 Hz, but honestly most graphics cards cannot even take full advantage of that yet. The built-in KVM switch is a fantastic bonus for anyone using multiple computers, making this the most practical and future-proof option of the three, even if its main feature is ahead of its time. Finally, we have the LG UltraGear 32GS95UE. This display is the secret weapon for competitive players because of its insane dual-mode feature, letting you switch from a sharp 4K resolution at 240 Hz to an incredibly fast 1080p resolution at 480 Hz for maximum performance. Its white OLED panel provides slightly better text clarity than the others, though it might not have the same punchy color brightness as the quantum dot OLED on the Dell and Gigabyte models. If you want one 32-inch monitor that excels at both beautiful single-player games and brutally fast esports titles, the flexibility of this LG is simply unmatched. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the over $1,000 range. First, we have the ASUS ROG Swift PG32UCDM. The quantum dot OLED panel on this thing delivers some of the most vibrant colors and perfect blacks I've ever seen, and the 240 Hz refresh rate makes every game feel unbelievably fluid. I did find that text clarity is not quite as sharp as on a higher resolution screen like the Dell, but for media consumption and gaming, the visual punch is unmatched in this lineup. Honestly, for a monitor that combines both a 4K resolution and a super high refresh rate with an OLED panel, it really is the ultimate choice for a gamer with a big budget. Next, we have the Dell U3224KB. The jump to a 6K resolution is immediately noticeable as text and images are incredibly sharp and detailed, making it fantastic for productivity. And the built-in 4K webcam is genuinely one of the best I have used on a monitor. While the IPS black technology provides great contrast for a non-OLED panel, you are limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate, which feels very slow and choppy for gaming after using the ASUS. This monitor is a dream for professionals who spend all day reading text or in video meetings, but gamers will want to look elsewhere. Finally, we have the Apple Pro Display XDR. The brightness on this display is immense, hitting 1600 nits and high dynamic range content, which makes photos and videos look absolutely spectacular spectacular, and its 6K resolution and color accuracy are top tier for professional video and photo editing. However, I found it absurd that for its very high price, a stand is an expensive optional extra, and unlike the Dell, it has no built-in webcam or extra ports. This is a very specific tool for high-end creative work inside the Apple ecosystem, but for anyone else, its feature set feels outdated and far too expensive compared to the competition. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.